Hey guys, thanks for visiting Extreme Health Radio, where we have weekly radio shows designed to empower you to take back control of your health and life. This audio blog is brought to you by Morrocco Method. This is raw, vegan, organic, wildcrafted, picked on the lunar cycle hair and skincare products. They leave your hair and skin feeling shiny and clean. And even if you have oily hair, it really helps to restore the balance. If you're interested in checking out these products, go to extremehealthradio.com/mm for Morrocco Method, and they are also in our store if you're interested in looking at these products or purchasing them. All right, let's get going. So today's blog is appropriately named Another One Bites the Dust. One more of my favorite foods that I'm cutting out for now. Welcome to day 10 of the Feel Good Project. I start this blog out by saying, lately I resemble a human sponge. This time in life, like no other time that's gone before me, have I ever been a person who seriously cannot get enough information. I'm finding myself becoming this person I've really never been. I'm becoming an avid reader for the first time in my entire life. I just can't get enough of reading any and everything I can literally get my hands on, and it's so interesting because the topics and interests are so broad. Also, every time I get into the car, I immerse myself in a world of lectures, self-help, and discovery tools and sessions. And I can say without a doubt that in the past 2 years, the quality of my daily conversations have jumped to a whole new level of depth and meaning with friends and family. I officially dub myself a self-development junkie. So part of this journey and growth of this project is just being reminded, which seems like almost daily now, and through a lot of different sources, it comes in many different ways to me, of just how important it is to listen to my body. You'd really think I should get this by now, as I've experienced so many positive outcomes when I do that very thing. However, sometimes I feel like I get wrapped up a little too strictly, going through the motions of following a particular diet or lifestyle. And I have tried a lot throughout the past few years and cut out a lot of foods, even though they're healthy, and also added a bunch of things in. So it's an interesting process, as you think that you would really kind of hone into your intuition if you didn't feel good on a particular day, to kind of look back at the day and assess the food that you fed yourself and ask your body if there's any particular offenders amongst them that could be causing the problems. But this proves really hard because I am someone who eats a pretty amazing diet these days, I'd have to say, of organic, whole, nutritious foods. I'm at the moment gluten-free, milk-free, egg-free, soy-free, nut-free, pesticide-free, sulfur-free. It just is a lot of frees. And there's something called Theals, and there's no Theals for me right now either. Thank you very much. And anyone on the street, and most people I run into a day, if we get into the topic of diet as a conversation, would think that this diet would be the most healing, amazing diet of all. And I'd say most of it is, and for most people it is. However, I've realized that I should never get too comfortable in any one way or ways of treating my health. The sad truth is sometimes, unfortunately, even the most living, healing, and nutritious foods just might not be working for me at a particular time. I've had quite a bit more digestive issues within the past week than usual that really seem to be lingering on, and it's really frustrating because in the past few months, these conditions were not the case, and it's been pretty much the same diet that I've been on then that I am now. So it poses the question, why? I'm not sure if my body gets too used to something and then kind of begins to reject it, asking me to really kind of mix things up and introduce different foods back in, because I do know that can happen. And does it happen just because at certain times of the day I'm eating versus what other times I used to eat them? Am I stressed more than normal? Did I take enough digestive enzymes? Did I take enough supplements? Did I take too much supplements? And the list really seems to go on and on and on. So a case in point is I've been really having this feeling, this kind of intuitive feeling, that possibly this discomfort could have something to do with the really awesome raw, organic, grass-fed whey protein that Justin and I have been eating for a few years now. Again, it's a really great nutritious food that really even aids in detoxification by the production of glutathione in your body. But I'm starting to think maybe that this is just not what I need right now. And the only thing I can really put together is that I jumped from making one protein smoothie a day to pretty much 2 or 3 now, and it was kind of increasing the amount of whey quite a bit in my diet. This really, really saddens me if this is the case, as this is my most favorite meal and taste of the entire day. And I've spent the day kind of feeling sorry for myself, asking why this too? What is there left to eat anymore? I found myself grieving my possible loss in the kitchen today, and Justin really made a good point, and he likened it to this kind of a situation. He said if you get a cut, an injury, or you have inflammation on the outside of your body, like you scrape yourself or something like that, you really need to lay off that area and really rest it for a bit so it can heal properly, and then you can move forward again. And that really made sense to me. Because if you burn yourself, for example, you don't go over to the hot stove and re-burn yourself over and over and over and throw that body part back on the stove and just re-burn it. It needs time to heal, and it needs to stop being offended. And when there is no downtime for that to happen, that's when the problem really arises. I definitely know that's true for my digestive system as well, and for all of our digestive systems as well. And whether it happens to turn out to be the way or not, and I'm determined to find out by the process of elimination this week that I'm embarking on today, I am just going to go with my gut, no pun intended, and really give it the proper rest that it needs so I can give it my all and making a difference in the day-to-day healing process. I'm really still having to work through being okay and not attached to anything so much. No matter how much I love it and no matter how healthy it is, my body has to be the decider, not my mind or my addictions or my habits. So my feel-good moment of the day today might not sound like a big deal, but it was one of those little everyday miracles that really meant the world to me. I went grocery shopping, and like I often do, and like most of us I'm sure do, I remembered on the way home the one item that I didn't buy that I really needed to make our favorite half raw pumpkin pie for dessert tonight, and it was the raw organic honey. I grumbled the last couple miles home driving, as I thought I was really going to have to go back out just after returning home from a really long, laborious shopping trip. But to shorten the story, miracle of all miracles, I came home and rummaged through the cabinet like I'd done so many times before, only to find a brand new container of raw and organic honey. It was the highest quality and most expensive honey that we had bought in a long time, and I cannot believe that jar had been in there for I don't know how long. But the cool part is that I really didn't expect it to even be a possibility, and Justin had actually gotten the hit that it would just be there, and he was just trusting it, just waiting, and sure enough, it was just one of those little miracles to show us that miracles really keep happening every day in small ways that really keep us going. And I made the pie, and it was amazing, and I didn't even have to leave my house again to do it. So if you'd like to read this particular post or leave a comment, and to get all the links in the article, you can go to extremehealthradio.com/KAB19, and that stands for Kate's Audio Blog 19. If you like this information, please help Justin and I out by subscribing and leaving us a 5-star review on iTunes. Just search for Extreme Health Radio, all one word. Justin and I have a ton of radio shows filled with authors, scientists, doctors, amazing people teaching you cutting-edge material and healing protocols that one day just might help save your or a loved one's life. Also, don't forget to grab our free gift to you by going to extremehealthradio.com/subscribe and join thousands of others who have already done so. Thanks for listening.